Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. And today we are playing Jurassic Park for the Sega Mega Drive, Sega Genesis, whatever you call it where you are. And today we are going to play as the Raptor. You can play as either Dr. Grant or the Raptor, but we're going to go with the Raptor. Okay, so let's get into it. So, our Raptor has escaped. So the first thing we have to do is to make our way through the jungle and pursue Dr. Grant, because he will eventually lead us off the island. So playing as the Raptor is quite a bit simpler than playing as the good doctor, because you can just jump on enemies to take them out. Watch out for the spikes though. And you notice those little chicken drumsticks that are scattered throughout the level. Basically, as the Raptor, you have to pick those up regularly in order to replenish your health. Make use of the Raptor's big jumping ability. Does quite a nifty jump kick as well. And there we go, level 1 is clear. So now we're heading through the power station. And again, you've got to watch out for guards, but all you have to do is jump on them and that will take them out. The most difficult part of this level isn't the guards, it's the electricity that is sparking at different points of the level and will do you quite a bit of damage if you're not au fait with it. So basically hold down the up direction and then press the jump button to do a nice little upward jump like that. But you can also hold in the attack button and then release it to do this little kind of bunny hop forward, which is good for just jumping between small platforms. Yeah, the Raptor is, to be honest, it's a much more fun experience playing as the Raptor rather than playing as Dr. Grant, because some of the controls for Dr. Grant are a bit dodgy, we'll say. They're not the most responsive. Whereas with the Raptor, it doesn't really matter because you can just jump into everything and that'll usually take it out. Okay, so we want to go. Let's take this guy out first. Now we want to do a high jump. So we're going to hold up and up we go. There we are. There's some chicken. Our little skip forward there. I think what's along? Let's see. Oh, that's gonna hurt. We got him though. Alright, we've been along there already, so it's here we want to go. Quite a nice little sort of animation that the Raptor's got with his kind of head bobbing and all that kind of thing going on. Yeah, these enemies are very, very easy to take out. Watch out for the electricity again. Oh, and there's Dr. Grant. So we're chasing him into the next level. Now we've got to make our way through the pump station, and this is a difficult level because if you fall in the water, it's an insta knockout back to the start of the level. Now that there is possibly the most difficult part of the level now cleared. Eat that little dinosaur while we're here. Come here, you. There we go. A little bit of grub. Help you on your way. This next jump is very precarious. Okay, that's that part cleared. Yep, jump kick those guys before they have a chance to ruin your day. Taking a little damage is okay, as long as you take those guys out quickly. But we want to head this direction, I think. A little bunny hop forward is your friend, yeah? Yep, there's Dr. Grant, so we're going to chase him. And the level is cleared. Okay, I think that is honestly the most difficult bit of the game done now. Main problem with that level is it's clearly optimised for Dr. Grant and not for the Raptor. Okay, so the first thing here, little hint, just take that guy out by dropping a rock on him, and then just drop down here. Let's take a look over here. Is there anything there? Yes, there is. We can just bounce on his head, and then back we go. Now, a bit of a leap of faith coming up here. Okay, cleared it. Just. Yep, you can kick pterodactyls in this game. Pretty sure the Pink Ranger would not approve, but anyway. And sometimes the pterodactyls will just disappear because this game has absolutely terrible collision detection. You notice now a lot of these guys are using rocket launchers as opposed to the stun guns they were using previously. The difficulty has scaled up a little bit here. Okay. So let's see if there's anything up here. There's a dinosaur we can eat. Okay, so from here, there's the doctor, and we are into the visitor center, the final level. Some chicken there we could probably do with that, so let's take this guy out and let's feast. There we go. Put that chicken over here. Always recharge where you can, because you're going to take damage on this level because, well, it's the last level, that's just how it works. Doorways and low ceilings can make for needlessly frustrating elements to these levels because of the size of the Raptor and the fact that the Raptor was, I believe, quite a late addition to the game because they felt that just the Dr. Grant campaign was a bit too short. But it also means that the levels are not optimised for the Raptor, they're optimised for Dr. Grant, which means traversing them can be a bit difficult at points. Yeah, things like that can happen. So just bite the claw and kick your way through here. Watch out for rockets. Okay, we got him. There we go. That was lucky because that can sometimes be a bit of a log jam if you don't do it first time. The jumping in this section is needlessly frustrating because of the poor collision detection. Work with what we've got, I suppose. There we go. Right. Okay, and we're on to the final section. If I remember right, all we have to do is kick these skeletons to collapse them. Grant makes a run for it, and we're done. Our Raptor has cleared the game. So the Raptor's part of Jurassic Park is cleared. So he's got into a crate and he's getting off the island. There we have it. There is our Raptor hiding in his crate, and he has made it to the mainland. So he's going to go on the rampage in South America. Okay, so that was the Raptor section. Stay tuned because we're going to do Dr. Grant in a minute. Okay everybody, now on to part 2 of our Jurassic Park playthrough, where we're going to run through as Dr. Grant. Okay, so just check, yep, we're Grant. Alright, let's get into it. So first off, the T-Rex has demolished our car, and we have to make our way through the jungle in order to get to the power station. So you'll notice this is similar but slightly different to the Raptor level. Some extra dinosaurs. Little Father Ted reference there for anyone who's seen that show. Okay, so the blue darts take 2 or 3 shots to knock out the dinosaur, but if you can find some red ones, they'll usually take them down in 1. 2 if it's a raptor. So you want to get the red darts as soon as you can and stock up on those, because they are the more useful weapons. Blue will get the job done on pterodactyls. We've got some grenades there as well. Playing as Dr. Grant is more difficult than playing as the Raptor, but of course it's a more involved game because you've got like a lot more weapons and a bit more variety to the levels. Still have the frustrating jump mechanics though. Okay, that wasn't ideal, but we've made it. Getting past the Triceratops is actually possibly the most difficult part of this first level. Use the Brachiosaurus for a little lift, and we're on to the power station. You want to obviously stock up on as many weapons as you can here, because you're going to need them later in the game. It's our first run in with the Raptors, but these ones go down with one hit, thankfully, but that won't always be the case. And they don't stay down for too long. Once their legs start shaking, run, because that means they're about to wake up. Battery pack there for your electric stun gun. Okay, now we can go up and across. The animation of this game's not bad for its time, to be honest. You know, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. And sometimes you get enemy placement like that, which is just downright obnoxious. There's no other way of putting it. It's just put there to make your life needlessly more difficult. Is there anything over here worth having? I don't think so, but let's check anyway. Nope. We've already been here, haven't we? That was rather silly. Okay. Okay. So now we can head to the lift. We're over there. There we go. Now we want to take that crate into the lift with us because we're going to need that later. There we go. Nudge that out and we can use that to jump to this next part. There we go. Say when poor Dr. Grant takes damage, he genuinely sounds like he's in pain. Okay. Wait here for this current to pass. And this one too, and up we go. Now we are shortly going to have a run-in with the T-Rex for the first time, so we're going to be ready for that. Just got through in time there, that was fortunate. And there's some much needed first aid down there, which we are going to go for. These little guys can be nasty if you're not careful. There we go, back to full health. And you can hear the raptors. There's one right there. And up to the next section. What I will say is the ammo placement in this game is very good. You always seem to find more ammo just as you feel like you're starting to run low. That part of the game has been well thought out. Other parts of it clearly haven't, but that part has been well thought out. Okay. Right, stay down, you muppet. Right. Okay, we can move on now. So I think we want to go down here. Yep, and along here. Okay, and up we go. And you can hear that rumbling. You know what that is? It's the T-Rex. But before we deal with him, we have to flick the switch first of all, get the door open, stun him a bit more, and past him, and down we go. And then up here is the exit of the level. And we're clear. So, with the power station out the way, we've now got to take the river raft ride. This level is annoying because it's mostly down to just trial and error, to be quite honest with you. Let's see how we go. You've got to pick up fuel periodically as you go through here to keep the little boat going. And you also have to be very careful of the route that you take, because if you go down one of the wrong waterfalls, that's it, you're out. Or even if the current takes you accidentally in the wrong direction, that's you out. So here, for example, we want to leave that there. Shoot the T-Rex a few times. Now, instantly turn. If you don't, you go into those spikes and it's game over. Whoops! Wrong way. And that's the beauty of this level. One mistake and you're out. So the first part is easy enough. It's once we get beyond the T-Rex that things get a bit tricky. So my boat's already starting to chug along a little bit there. We're running out of fuel. He got up rather quickly, didn't he? It's alright though, we were able to deal with it. Instant turn. Instant turn again. Another instant turn. Stop here for fuel. Some extra fuel there. don't know why, but there's something about the T-Rex blinking makes it scarier. Oh, that was lucky. My boat has gone. Lucky there's another one here. We are not too far from the end now. Away you go. Okay, and the boat level is clear. Now onto the pumping station. In my opinion, the most difficult level in the game. Definitely the most frustrating. Let's see how we get on. So first of all, I'm going to go up here. We actually want to get some health, because there is a health pack up here if we can get past these bleached dinosaur bones, which are actually quite dangerous if you jump on them for some weird reason. They don't look especially sharp to me, but well, there you go. Turn off the steam valve, and then we can go up here and get some bonuses. Missiles and health. We'll go back to red darts now, because those are much more useful than the blue ones. Okay, down we go. Now here, little trick. Do here is actually jump on the Brachiosaurus's head and ride it down to the bottom here, and then jump up there. That's a lot more difficult than I made it look. The timing there has to be so precise. Right, now this cogwheel, just set that loose. Now, wait a minute for that to come to a complete stop, because if you touch that while it's still moving, it will crush you. You have to wait until that has come to a complete stop and then use it to move on to the next part. Okay. Now through here. Down we go. Make sure no dinosaurs can follow us, just in case. There's a bit of a speed challenge coming up here. So what we have to do is reach the top before the manhole up here shuts on us. Which is easier said than done, especially when Grant moves as slowly as he does. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, we're going to have to do that again. Thanks to the sluggish controls of this game. Oh. Don't play this game if you've got you know, issues with you know, you don't like. If you're the sort of person who gets annoyed with dodgy controls, I wouldn't play this game, because the controls just sometimes they just decide not to work like that. For goodness sake. Yeah, sometimes they just do that. Just to be annoying and contrarian. There we go. Right, okay. Get past the T-Rex before he decides to try and have a bite at me. There we go. Right. So from here, things, I think for the most part, are a bit easier. Just this raptor we're going to worry about. So you want to jump and shoot him. Yeah, I forgot about that. You have to lure him out. Right. Ooh, missiles. So turn off that steam valve first of all. Use the crate to jump up here. Okay, so watch out for these steam jets because they have a kind of a random pattern to them, to be quite honest. And that will happen a lot. As infuriating as it is, it keeps happening. So turn off the steam, and now from here, you'll see there's a raptor there, so we want to use one of our grenades to knock him out. Whoops, that was a stun grenade. What I want is a cluster grenade. There we go. So that puts him down for a while. Drop down to here. Now turn off this steam valve. That raptor will come down for round 2, so just knock him out again and move on. Now over here, there's a little health kit for you. Chuck a grenade down there, knock him out, flick the switch, and then this will propel you up and out of the area. From here, you want to jump across and be careful not to end up in the ditch. Right. So basically, we want to get on one of these boxes and just let that take us to where we want to go. But as you can see, the extremely dodgy collision detection here doesn't help. Yeah, that's this game. That's this game in a nutshell. Now, there's a couple of raptors down there, so what we want to do is try and take them out before they can come up, but if that doesn't work, then shoot them when they do come up. Just run along here, and out we go. Right, we're cleared. So now we're going to go through the canyon in order to reach our destination. An ambush there, so watch out for it. Oh, that was always going to happen. Not to worry. Yeah, get right out of the way while we can. Okay, we're doing okay so far. And that is how you get those darts. Take a bit of damage there, but it's manageable. You want to get across that pit as quick as possible. The frame rate here is absolutely tanked. I don't know why. Okay, doing well so far. Go away. Okay, slight overkill, but bear with me. Nope, and we're clear. So now we're on to the next level, the volcano. So, the volcano. A bit more linear than some of the levels up until now, and not that long as we are careful. Quite a few frustrating situations like that though, where dinosaurs just kind of jump you and you don't really have any means of getting out of the way. Yeah, things like that, which are pretty much unavoidable, can be quite annoying. We are doing okay so far. There we go. And we have made it to the visitor center. Now this last level has 2 parts, if I remember correctly. Yep, raptors can walk upstairs now, apparently. Gotta remember to duck and fire because they have a habit of just kind of... There we go. Yeah, little puzzles like that can be quite disorientating, but simple once you figure them out. Oh, and there's Big Rex in for an appearance. Get down and right out the way. Press up when you get to a door to kick it. Doesn't tell you that in the manual, but I'm telling you now, so now you know, and knowing is half the battle. So again, lots of dinos, but a pretty linear setup. Oh, bloodstains, lovely. This is the centre where all the dinosaur eggs were harvested and things, as you can see. Okay, first section is cleared. Yeah, the Raptors are a lot faster and more aggressive at this point, as you can probably see. So that first aid is most welcome. Just ignoring my darts. Okay, fine. Ignore that, you muppet. Right, there we go. I think we have to use grenades here. Or rockets. Right, I'm not actually sure what I do here because that doesn't seem to want to open up for me. Ah, there's an overhead area. Okay. I see what you're doing. Right, there we go. And this guy is going to be rushing to meet us at the other end, obviously. Yep, he's jumped up to our level now, I'm guessing. There he is. We got him. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, I think this might be the last room. And pink grenades are your friend. Yep. So what I want to do is drop down between these two skeletons, and then eventually that will kill the raptors, and we are free. I think that's the game cleared. Yep, you've made it. Get to the helipad and get out of there. So that's the Dr. Grant run through complete. Yeah. I'll be honest, Jurassic Park Rampage Edition is a much better game, but you know, this game's okay if you can get past the occasionally frustrating jump mechanics. So that was a Dr. Grant run through of Jurassic Park for the Sega Mega Drive, Genesis, whatever you want to call it. Please stay tuned here on Talent Samurai Gaming. More retro gaming content coming very, very soon. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as we can. We're currently sitting at 880 at the time of filming, so please like, share, subscribe. Really be helping me out if you could do that. Help me grow this channel. We want to keep these games alive, so let's do that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.